Hey there, thank you for being here today. Today I decided again to make a voiceover and I want to focus on positive aspects or ideas I want to share. So if you're interested, please stay, or if you just want to watch a recipe video, you're also really welcome. As you can see, I'm cooking right now some Asian inspired food, and like the story is like I traveled a lot in Asia, but actually I'm from Europe, and after I returned I couldn't help but miss like the unique flavors of Japan, Singapore, Taiwan, Korea. It's just so different compared to here. And only after I left this part of the world, I realized how exclusive some of the spices and components are they use there on a daily basis. From shrimp paste to truly spicy chili oil, nothing feels the same if you can buy it in Europe and it's produced here. At first, I thought disappointment would be the only reaction to that situation, but actually, I didn't know how much happiness I can feel when I see an Asian ingredient in a European supermarket. Even something simple like a chili oil can cause me to be excited because I want to try it. And some people might react to my reaction with an amused smile, but actually, I'm glad I can appreciate little things like that. I would even say that I try to practice the art of appreciating little things and finding joy in them. This dish, by the way, is like chili oil noodles with chicken and eggs. Actually very simple, but I wanted to try. So I think also like when talking about appreciating little things in life, I think the ability to turn like a difficult situation or some unexpected development into a reason to appreciate life a little bit more. And I think this habit or this mindset deserves much more attention. And I think it should be even constantly practiced to maintain it. It's like an ability that doesn't appear out of the blue. I think at least once in school they should mention that you have to keep practicing being positive about some things. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I think really this matter just deserves some more attention. And I think there's so much to learn about how many ways there are to be positive and to appreciate things. So I decided to see YouTube as a reason for myself too, to educate myself a bit more on ways to be happy or to appreciate everyday life in an easy way. So I can share it with you guys because I think these topics are not talked about enough. And I think, I mean, you can educate yourself about so many things, but just a positive mindset, I think, and good food are key ingredients to a fulfilled life. So so feel free to stay with me if you are interested in that. And since I really try to find ways to learn more, if you have some similar ways or similar mindsets that help you to stay confident and appreciating things that don't work well as you thought, like if you can share those aspects with me, I would be very grateful. I mean, is there an unexpected place where you actually can find joy and you think not a lot of people know that? You can just write into the comments. I would love to hear about that. Just to give you an example from me, for example, making a dish for the first time that actually tastes good or reading a good book is something that can make me truly happy. It's just so, you can have it daily if you really know where to look for. Also, to give you an example for an unexpected meal I really liked, I think in this recipe, it's the breadsticks I'm making right now. I just really like them. Honestly, they are so easy, but they're so tasty. Like, it's so much better than store-bought and just warm and fresh. And just like that, I think you can even eat them a lot. But paired with a nice dip or some sauce, I think would be perfect. Actually, I even filmed this recipe once, but I totally forgot to film the ending. So I was like, now I have a reason to make it again, and I had no problem with that. So really, if you want to try one of those recipes from my video, you can try this one. It's so easy and so good, and I hope it could be a little reason for you to be happy because it was unexpected. Another simple habit that makes me quite happy is getting a book from the library and really cooking the recipes. Right now, I'm also cooking from a recipe book, and I really like to, I mean, it's from the library, but still, I like to make like little sticky notes and write what I do and how I would do it better. And if I really like the recipe, I keep it for my own collection. So I think it's much better to get your recipes from there because it keeps your distraction away. I learn so much more when I read a book instead of using like a web page to find a recipe, because I think those who really like to cook, they know that when you click on a link and then you have to scroll very much down to really find a recipe. So I think a book is much better because you, for yourself, you really decided to get this book and to read what's going on there and to read the story about the cook. And actually, I really find myself feeling less all over the place when I just cook from a cookbook. So I can recommend it to everyone who has never tried that, because for me it really helps for me when I want to cook, and suddenly if you are on Instagram or wherever you saved your recipe and you suddenly find yourself wanting to make brownies and craving actually something completely else. And it's also really good for those people who always collect all the recipes they want to make but actually never do them. And I think if you have this book that's at the counter and like constantly reminding you what you want to do, it's so much easier to just grab the book and cook a recipe from that book instead of just scrolling without trying. But sometimes I have also to pace myself if it's a book like that that's full of delicious but sometimes unhealthy or oily or sugary recipes. Then I just have to say, okay, just 2 times a week. But at the same time, it's also cheaper on your groceries if you only sometimes buy a new ingredient. For me, like in Asian cuisine, there's always a new kind of pepper or spice you need to get. So it's very good if you just do it sometimes. Either way, we are slowly getting close to the end of my little video, and I realized I still have to work also on my voice and the stability. So if you are still like into more like the topics I'm talking about, have patience with me. I try to become better in talking, cutting, filming, everything, but I have a lot of motivation and a lot of appreciation for everyone who's watching. So I hope I managed to give you some positive ideas, and I wish you a wonderful, beautiful day. Thank you for being here.